Okay, we've got ourselves on to where we can put the high-low Planetary on now. So there's a couple of little things we probably need to talk about. Now, this needs to be put out of the way, Lance. Okay, this backing plate goes on first, and you can see the circle around this side, which is a reflection of that housing there. You can see this cut out there, and you can actually see a shadow of that over there, and it goes on that way there. Now, you'll notice that there's a hole here and a hole down there. They're dowels to hold the ring gear in place. So when they machined it all, they know it's true. So on top of the plate there, this flat plate goes on. You can see that same shadow mark there. So that goes down there like that. But you notice that back plate is moving around a bit. And now, it's going to be a bugger to line up. So what I like to do is in that bottom plate, and you can actually see where someone's had it crooked one time and bolted it up. So I've peened them flat again. Now, peened is a fancy word for belted crap out of it. But anyway, so look, I've got two 3/8 UNC bolts, 3 inches long, that I've cut the heads off. And you can see what my aim here is. Just to hold this in place. Now it can still move a little bit on the threads, but look, I don't think that's worth worrying about. Now, what that does for us is we can bring everything down over those studs and know that that back plate there is still lined up, and we can pop these out later. So what happens next is this plate here goes on. You can see how it's got the flat on the bottom there, and it had the cut out, had the witness mark for this mark here. So that goes there, but what you must do is when the ring gear comes on, if you set the ring gear down next, well, this thrust washer can't go down through the gears. So the thrust washer here has to go on before the ring gear goes on. And look, this is, it looks like it's got quite a bit of wear there, but it just hasn't, It's straight as the road to heaven. And yeah, I can just feel a mark there, but look, it's only just. So what happens is that goes there, and then the ring gear can't go on wrong. It has to sit down there like that. So you can put all that together, but you've got to make sure that this, you can assemble it and then, and then do the, put it on in one hit. But just doing that there, I've just been and washed this, but I've seen I haven't done much of a job. There's a bit of rubbish there. So I'm going to go and get rid of that. What you can do with this is, if you get it all sitting together like that, put that in the middle, bring the plate over the back, and then make sure that this thrust bearing is lined up correctly. Now you can see that's not within a bull's roar. Okay, so now that's free, we know that's okay. We know this goes to the bottom, so we can bring that down our dowel bolts. Try and hold him all together, and down we go, and it moved like that. Probably if I set it up straighter, well, the filming doesn't quite work. So I just need to give him a little bit of a bump. And that's just to go onto the dowels, but you must make sure that this is nice and free. No, that's just stuck. Whoop. So you can put all these in together, but that there is just something you need to be mindful of. And once that's down home, you need to make sure that you can move that thrust back and forth, and then it's not jammed in the housing there. So, okay, I'm happy with that. Now this little fella, the Planetary, he comes down over the top, so you have to line that up. And that'll be okay. It's slid into 2 gears, that's why it's not turning. Now, the next thrust washer comes on, and you can see that's been this way in the past, so we're going to put it that way, just because we can. That's just under flush there. And then the last plate, you can see where the mark is down through there, so we know that that's sat this way. So with the thrusts in it, there will be a measurement for that. I'm not sure what it is, but there'll be a measurement for it to make sure you don't have too much end thrust there. But this is all new, so however that is, it'll be how it was, because yeah, she done no work. So what we need to do is pop these bolts in. Just make sure they all go in nicely by hand. That one's lining up nicely. And the last one here, he goes in there. Now look, these would have to be torqued to about 30 to 35 foot-pounds. So these bolts, they can go in my Fergie toolbox. I have a special toolbox for such things. Now I'll find a good looking 9/16 spanner, and look, we'll just nip them up. That spanner needs a bit of a tidy up. Okay, we'll just nip these up. I just do them up acrosswards, you know, diagonally, I suppose is the word I'm looking for. Down a bit more. Now I'll just try and lift this front gear up. See, when I'm not filming, we can actually lift all this up and give that a spin. Oh, I can't get my hand in there. And then what happens is this collar goes in like that, and when you adjust your high-low, you either turn the outside here or you lock it to the inside there. So I'm just going to spin this around horizontal now, as it was when we were putting the front shaft in, and before I nip those bolts up, I want to check that it turns freely, that we haven't got anything going on there that we aren't sure about. Okay, that's turning okay. Look, it's a little bit firm there. I might I think that should be just a little looser than that, so I'm just going to have a quick look and see, make sure everything's sitting in the right spot. I'm just going to pop this back cover off here and have a quick look that everything's sitting down okay. Because that, it just feels, oh, that turned all right then. Oh yeah, that's okay. You can see the movement there. Yeah, that's all right, I'm sure. But I've just got it backed off, so I need to just check that everything's as we need it and there's no little bends or buckles or anything like that there. Okay, so that does sit under. I'd just like to check this thrust. Yeah, that's good. Can't get any better. That goes on there. That feels good. That looks to be the way it was. Okay, we'll just put him back. Now look, if you're not sure about something, it's so much easier now to have a quick bo peep and actually what I would like to do there while we're talking about it is we need to get a bit of oil into there. You get busy filming sometimes, and just stick that there for a minute. Okay, let's pop this back on. That's okay. Right, so we'll just nip these up once more. I'm going to wind him back over. So as I tighten it, I can turn it and get a nice feel of it all. So that gear needs to go into neutral. This one goes into neutral. That feels good. Oh, it's nipped him up a bit, but we'll just do a couple of turns, make sure all the gears are sitting in their happy spot, and I'll put a paint pen mark there, just so you can see it on the camera that it's turning okay. See, that feels good. There's a little bit of thrust there, but I'm pretty happy with that. So we'll nip him up again and just check. Click. Okay, now let's just check that again. If I keep that from meshing, I'd be a bit better off. Yeah, look, I'm happy with that. I think that'll be a lovely firm gearbox. All the new bearings in there and everything like that. Okay. That I'll just wind him back up so you can see. That's what we're looking at there, the high-low. And yeah, so what happens here is these inner teeth here, they engage with the splines on the shaft. So they engage there, and that makes this go a bit faster than the Planetary. And then when it comes out, these outer teeth engage with this here, and that gives us the extra gear. So okay, let's roll him over and we'll start doing the front end.